Now they decide to play it slow. This was where you start to wonder, where does the change of pace come into it? And it's going to be when World Edit gets that AWP and he can hold passively at top mid. But it seems like Fnatic, they don't want to have anything to do with that. Fearful of walking into a trap, they aren't going to overextend. And now that they've forced Flipside to slow down, to change up their pace, now we get to see the slow take of map control. One step at a time here from Flipside.
I quite like that from Fnatic. I like the idea of pushing middle, but I'm glad they didn't commit fully to it. The problem is if you linger around top mid as a CT, you can get sandwiched from underpass. So if you stay there forever, it could get really weird. Definitely a change of pace here. Nice grenade being thrown all the way from the T side of the map just to block off that connector, and the bomb is still back there. I think they really want Fnatic to come and peek them. They're sort of anticipating that that's what's going to happen here.
Well, that is the dream right now. Smoke's going down, allows Markelov to take a few peeks towards connector. They aren't quite finding anything, and Fnatic right now, it looks like they've kind of given up on the mid presence themselves. They've even rotated off of B. That's Dennis, who's starting to work his way over here just to keep an eye on window.
Quite an interesting setup for Fnatic, but it might benefit them heavily as Flipside are coming for the bomb side. Electronic going to open up on Crims, though. Not the best start. Markelov with a headshot, taking down Flusher. Fnatic, they had everyone in position, but now they're actually in a lot of trouble. Markelov, is he going to extend? He will, and Olaf Meister will take him down. That might have been the opening. 8 seconds as the bomb goes down. Olaf almost getting a shot through, but Dennis is going to go down next, and things are falling apart right now for the Swedish side. Olaf and JW have to back off with those orbs.
And this is where, if you're Flipside, you need to start thinking about getting out there and hunting them. Don't let them run away. And there we go. Sure enough, Waylander pins JW, but JW somehow manages to snip. Well, to snip. Snip a way out? I don't know. Slip out is what I was looking for there. But you have both AWPs. You have 12 grand in the bank on Blade. Get out there, hunt those ops. Do not let Fnatic save these for the next round. They will not have the money to rebuy them.
It looks like they're going to be a bit too far away to actually catch anyone.
Wallbang? No, okay, never mind.
For a minute, you were hoping that could be true, but
there was a dream, Anders.
There was a dream. Interesting. Well, actually, not an irrelevant fact. Let's put it like that. You can wallbang from that B apartment's kitchen into underpass if you shoot with the.
Yeah, right. They do it every now and again.
There's like a little strip of wood in the floor that you can shoot through. But it's completely useless. But worth knowing, maybe.
If the stars align someday, that reminds me of like your overpass CT spawn from upper shot all the way towards T spawn. It's like the stars align, and someday that timing will work out, and you will hit that shot.
Yeah, at least that's been used. I think the other one is almost entirely useless. Well then, let's see how this turns out. We have just 7 rounds in now, and Flipside have won the first 6, so that's bad news if you're on the Fnatic team here. Obviously very frustrating. I wonder how it's going to turn out for them. They've got 2 AWP saved and UMP being picked up. That can be enough, but Flipside are back to their fast ways from earlier, and now trying to see if they can make the breakthrough. Electronic charging in, but JW's there to catch him. JW with a second kill. That's what they need. Swedish sniper in play. It's been a long time coming, and he's going to go down to World Edit, trying to re-peak that in a 4-on-3. It's very dangerous.
You know, that's where you need to channel some patience. You need to figure out how to be zen in moments like that. Because now a 3-on-3 favors Flipside, although they have recovered the AWP here on Flusha. They can even go ahead and pick up an AK dropped off. Dennis has the time, if he wants to move in there real quick, dart forward, pick up a gun. But with Flipside, the one advantage to these sorts of situations here for Flipside is that when they do commit so early on into the round, if things go south, if they are able to bring it back to an even situation like this, they still have so much time. They still have all the time in the world to force Fnatic to spread back out on the map like we're seeing now. One guy over towards B, one towards window, one on A, right? This is a situation that should favor Flipside now, because all they have to do is group up again, and then they're running into a 3-on-2 or a 3-on-1, and they can just storm the base.
And just imagine Fnatic having to retake in this scenario. They're obviously hoping that won't be the thing to really occur. Flusher will take down Blade, but they've got no kits. They've got a couple of grenades, and that's pretty much it. So if Flipside ever get the bomb down here, it could get a bit strange. Nice position from Dennis, actually. might be in a position to cancel out any kind of a bomb plant. Flusher, actually, they're going to go aggressive. This is wild. Well, that it runs right in with 13 seconds left. The bomb is down, and that should be the end of it. Markelov, almost unwinnable position. You can see through that box, and Flusher will pick up the kill. A triple for him in the round. Fnatic finally winning it. That's very good news. Just to point out as well, if anyone has been missing it, Blade is at 10-1-1, starting in the 8th round.
Which is just a little worrisome. Just a little bit. Because you kind of want to see players like Electronic in that position, right? Where it's Electronic who's doing the majority of the work. Your heavy hitters who are getting strong starts where they can kind of spin out of control at that point. Once they get that confidence, then they can start taking duels, they start winning it, you get more space. You're not really looking to Blade to have that kind of job here on Flipside, so that does worry me just a little bit. But I mean, this is still early days. 6-1, Flipside in the lead, and Fnatic managing to win a clutch round there.
A lot of mid-control this time for Flipside once again. Fairly aggressive and using some of their grenades, but definitely not all of them. And Fnatic's economy still not looking very good, so they need to hold on to this right now. At least they got the double orb set up in play. Flusher goes down to Blade, and that will lose them that connector control. Is there a gap? JW is looking for it. Man, if that smoke fades, well, that is absolutely gone. He hears the jumping. Smoke is going to disappear. Just has to stand up, and it's an easy kill. The flick not going to come through, but Dennis took out Waylander, so it's still a 4-on-4, but that was right at the edge. Well, that it could already be dead.
This is the risk that Flipside run right now, is that they start falling back into old patterns. Because they started off very confusing, right? Very aggressive out the gates. And that's not something that Fnatic are going to know how to deal with. They're like, wait, this is Flipside. They're supposed to be playing very slow, measured kind of CS. The issue here is that now that Fnatic have won a round, do Flipside revert back into that old style that Fnatic are going to know exactly what to do against? If we start looking for duels, that's playing into Fnatic's game. That's what Fnatic want.
25 seconds is really not a lot of time when the bomb is in that mid-connector. If Crims stands his ground, and admittedly he's been having a really tough game. He's only got 1 kill so far, but if he can pick up just 1 big kill here, that's all they need. Markelov is down and out. Blade with the bomb plant in front, and Crims unable to stop him, but he hits a headshot on World Edit, and that in itself is quite good. Not going to be easy for Flipside to hold his bomb site at all.
No, not impossible. There's still gear here to retake. Fnatic have the man advantage. They should be moving in together here, Fnatic, but there will be a chance for Dennis again to reign supreme. Dennis with a quad kill in the round. And the first 2 of those were just picks. Just the first one on Waylander over on short and ladder room, just winning that duel. I believe Markelov tried to fake it out towards B. Dennis killed him there. You know, Dennis is just winning duels right now. If you're going to keep challenging this guy one-on-one, he's too hot to handle.
That's a very good sign for Fnatic that once they, it seems like now the pattern that's being established is once Fnatic win the early duel and slow it down, actually they can close out the round. So that's not bad at all.
This has always been their strength, though, hasn't it, Anders? I mean, well, obviously during the periods of downtime where they couldn't quite count on Olafmeister or the like, JW, right, when he was doubting himself. I mean, there were moments where it was a struggle, but this is what made Fnatic such a terrifying team to play against, is that they just have the hive mind. As soon as you start getting into 3v3s and 4v4s, it's instinctual for Fnatic to know how to play together as a unit and how to lock that round down.
Oh, this could be very fast again. Coming out of the apartments, Crims with a big kill, follows up the spray on Electronic. Nothing they could do about that. And now, what's going to happen to the rest of this push? Waylander trying to open it up. That's actually huge. How did they get this far in? They had 2 men covering the middle, Fnatic. That's a misstep on their part. He shouldn't have been allowed to, but still a 2-on-4. The rest of Flipside are going to just look for kills here. Fnatic, if they just hold the bomb sites now, shouldn't be much of a chance for Flipside to do anything.
No, unless you're Dennis. Because, of course, you're going to go out and hunt for a shot there. A little bit of a chance and opportunity given to Flipside. Unfortunately, they mess it up. Aren't able to capitalize on Dennis overstepping. And so this should now be an impossible situation. Although, as I say that, JW decides to peek against World Edit, loses that fight. 40 seconds left in the round, and we're into a 2-on-3. One thing that's holding Flipside back, however, is that they just don't have any... They have no utility.
What is going on here?
They keep peeking. And after I just said they know how to play these sorts of situations, Fnatic, what are you doing?
Just trying to make you look bad on this, Semler.
Damn it.
It's personal now.
It is.
I can't believe it. I mean, they might still win this round. There's only 20 seconds. A missed opportunity there. Crims maybe could have got a shot on World Edit. 15 seconds on the clock, and they're making their way towards the B bomb side. They don't have any smoke, so they can't get rid of Olaf, but they can with a headshot. Markelov to take that kill. That's almost unbelievable. He had the AWP. He would have had every chance in the world to win that fight, but he was looking the wrong way. And now it's on Crims in a 1 versus 2. This is almost unforgivable if you're Fnatic. They should be winning this round, no problem. 2 versus 4 turned into a 1-on-2.
For once, it's actually working here for Flipside and World Edit. Crims trying to make it happen, but it's not going to be good enough. World Edit will not miss that shot.
Here's how you could have set up this kind of a defense. You could have had one Fnatic player in A apartments, then like one in B kitchen, one towards CT spawn, and one covering jungle, or even you know, back towards window, and you would have had everything covered. If they try and plant an A, the apartments guy will win it. If you try and plant B, just retake it, no problem. Retake it 2 versus 4, yeah. Olafmeister knows that was a big giveaway. 7-2 the scoreline, and Flipside turning a 2-on-4 situation into a win. That just cannot be allowed to happen.
Well, that sets it up, and now once again, very quick out onto the A side here for Flipside Tactics. Minute 30 left in this round, and Blade is already challenging. Looks for the duel, and this time he loses it. JW is there to find a kill on Electronic as well. And so a 7-2 scoreline and a man advantage for Fnatic, and that bomb is nowhere near getting planted. Once again, we're going to back off, Anders, and start playing the waiting game.
Bit sloppy from Blade then, because it's actually a very uncomfortable position for Crims to be in when he's behind that triple box. Dennis is going to find Waylander. Now they've got another 2-on-4. Surely this time they can slow it all down and not make the same mistake as last time. They lost, what, 2 players fighting in middle? Don't do it again.
Dude, this is one of the big rounds, though, because both of these teams have tapped their economies. So now, really, I mean, not only can you not lose two back-to-back 2v4s, you can't give those up if you're Fnatic, but the economy is going to be in tatters for whoever loses this.
World Edit trying to see if he can sneak his way in. It's kind of tricky because he can't really scope too much now. He's just making a lot of noise. I think they're hoping for a bomb plant on the other side. JW gets a kill, but Olafmeister is still holding this line, so he knows. That's smart play from Olaf. Markelov should have absolutely no chance to do anything in this round. Maybe he can get one more kill with the flick coming in, but a headshot as well! And Markelov going deep for it. If he could have got the one on JW, that would have been amazing. Still, not bad at all. Getting those 2 kills in definitely hurts the Fnatic economy deeply. And actually, Flipside, they're going to buy anyway.
Let's go. All right. They had enough for 2 AKs and Markelov. And those 2 kills at the end, $600 more at the end of the round, making all the difference. They're actually going to have quite a bit to work with here in terms of nades. 2 AKs, a UMP, a MAC-10, and a Tech-9 for World Edit. All right, let's go Flipside. See what's possible here. Once again, setting up outside of the A site very early here. The question now is whether or not they actually commit together as a unit. I think that's what came back to bite them in the last round, where it was really only Blade, the guys coming from Palace, who were out.
What? Look at this Electronic. Is that the triple box Molotov? That's so incredible. I think that lands behind the triple box. If that was the round where Crims was holding there, you're dead almost instantly. This is beautiful. We rarely see any kind of innovation in sort of top-level Counter-Strike. It's so hard for people to get the time. Flipside have taken the time to maybe come up with something new. That's very interesting.
We're actually seeing it pay off a little bit here. This could be a big round. Now it's a matter of holding it. Bomb is only just now getting planted. Despite all of their antics, they're getting picked off one at a time now. JW there to trade. And sure enough, this is JW's round. 3 kills for him. They line up for Electronic, though, in a 1v2. And another one, 1v1. Olaf, he knows exactly where Electronic is playing from. Electronic, he's still got 9 bullets in the mag. And will he find the shot? The pressure is on here for Olafmeister. And Olafmeister, he's down to 23 HP. This is Electronic fighting for his team. And he will get the clutch at the end. Unbelievable. Flipside from the very brink. Quad kill clutch for Electronic.
That is absolute madness. That's twice now Fnatic have given away rounds that they shouldn't. There was plenty of time on the clock. They could have easily got the defuse. They think, listen, it's a 4-on-1. Of course we've got this, and all he has is UMP. Russian boys, it's done. Oh, damn, we lost the round. 8-3.
Oh, the shot on jungle, man. That was so crisp.
You're going to be seeing this replay of that particular round just a lot. A star in the making, a young Russian player, showing what he could get here in the international stage. It will be JW with the opening frag, but a bit of back and forth. Dennis finally turning it in favor of Fnatic. Maybe they could do something. They've got the bomb over at that A slope, so bit of a weird situation for Flipside.
Yeah, this is a bit unfortunate. Now you have World Edit with the AWP, wondering, how do I get in here without... You can't be scoped up everywhere, Anders. There are plenty of blind spots, and so he's waiting to see if Fnatic are the ones to get clever. In the meantime, Markelov working his way back over here to double up with his teammate. And this is the right way to do it. Start peeking the angles together. Oh, sure enough.
There is a couple of flashes still left on Fnatic, so they could actually try and go for this instead. They're going to smoke it off and just buy even more time here. I mean, they would still not be in a great position, Fnatic, even if they won this round, but at least it would be a step in the right direction and maybe making up for some of the past errors that have been happening. Flipside looking to change it. AWP is out instead. Markelov with a spray on one. Pistol next in line, and all of us going to be going down. Flusher finally connecting with the Deagle. A bit of a sigh of relief maybe for all the Swedish fans watching. 4-8 as the scoreline here. This is an absolute crazy game. It's only game 2 of the major, but my God, we're getting there, aren't we?
Mm-hmm. Electronic is waking up thanks to that the quad kill, 91.5 ADR. I like it. But what I like more is Fnatic. They're reading. They get the read on Blade in that round. It's been a lot of A hits, a lot of early, quick A hits for Flipside. And so Fnatic, they're finally like, right, 2 Palace, 2 Pit. Let's go. Let's dance. Let's see if we can actually, catch them setting up. It worked out perfectly for Fnatic. And so that's the feel-good round that you need if you're Fnatic at that point. You get a solid read. You're able to play out the situation correctly. And now you have a free AWP donated over into the hands of JW, who's already holding mid. Run boost. Let's go. Oh, and, well, nobody saw that. Nobody saw that.
Almost looked like they were about to sacrifice World Edit to the god that is JW. Just trying to appease him maybe. Dennis is fine tapping away, except for the fact that World Edit is going to get that kill. Flusher doing great work in the middle, and it's all going to be cleared out. No problem for Fnatic. 5 rounds on the board. They're still obviously in the game. Can still be done moving into the 14th here. If they finish 8-7, then all is forgiven.
All is forgiven. All is right, because you win the pistol. And we're talking about Fnatic on the T sign. The pressure will be on. But the flip side now, after that round of eco. Wondering, it doesn't look like there will be that AWP in play. It looks like it's going to be full rifles. They didn't quite have enough. Apart from Markelov. Well, Markelov got the short end of the stick. Okay, let's see. CZ on Markelov as well. Not even a Tech 9.
Bit of a play for mid-control here on Flipside. Coming in from underpass as well. Always quite a powerful pincer movement in case anyone is holding in connector. Looks like Dennis is actually fighting a dangerous fight. Flusher going down. JW with the refrag. And that's very important now. Waylander trying to see if he can hunt down Dennis, who was shooting towards the Delpad position there and getting caught. Olofmeister with a headshot on Markelov. The fight is happening all over the map right now. Left and right. JW finally missing a shot there, allowing Flipside to get onto the bomb side with the bomb plant as well. This is everything for the Fnatic team. They don't have the money to buy except on maybe 1 or 2 players in the next round, so they need to win this.
Both have kits. Flash and smoke in play as well. So we'll see if they decide to actually get those into it, or if JW's just going to try and stroll out here and point blank Waylander, and sure enough, he will. Let's go to start it off. JW with the follow-up, and it's going to be the man on short. World Edit, last man alive in a 1v1, and he misses the spray. Crims with the kit is going to have the time for the defuse, and Fnatic, they actually make it through in the key round. They manage to keep it together. And where does this JW come from? He's back.
That's absolutely beautiful, and also, you see just the unfortunate position for Flipside. Once he gets the first no-scope, the next player just can't get out. You know, he has no idea where to go. And obviously, they could have been playing for time instead. They just were feeling confident, maybe a bit too early. 6-8, and moving into the last round of the half here. JW with 12 kills, tied with Blade, who's got 12 as well. Then Flipside fairly even on the board. 11 for World Edit, 10 for everybody else.
I was watching the map when JW went for the jump shot on Blade. That is actually disgusting. Well, okay then.
Classic smokes are going to go in. Are we going to see that Molotov again? I am just loving this. And this time, Flusher's actually moving into that position. He might regret that very soon. I think the grenade actually bounced off the wrong way, so he can still stick around. That's a bit of a shame. And they're moving all the way back, trying to sell this a lot, and I don't know if Fnatic are buying it.
They're doing it pretty good. Look, Fnatic have got 4 players, 3 on A side hard, and then 1 man in window. Let's see, can they pounce? There is an opening here for Flipside, and they have to know that there is, if everything's going according to plan, we have a chance to get out. But they don't have a smoke for Connector, and that's a free kill for Flusha.
But Olof is holding so far forward. He's already got 1 kill on the bomb carrier. Next in line, Olof with the triple. All of them going down. And Electronic last to fall, making the first half 8-7 in Flipside's favor. That's good news, but not quite good enough.
Yeah, what a bizarre turn of events there at the end. It looked so good in the last round where they were constantly pushing together onto the B site. They moved together, the 3 surviving players as a unit. Here, it felt like they were just running into Olaf one at a time when they actually decided to go for the push onto B. So some hesitation costing Flipside in the end. 8-7, it could have definitely been 9-6 in favor of Flipside, given the situation, the layout there at the end in the 15th round. But it looks like everybody's just raring to go. They do have an option for a few minutes of break at halftime, but everybody just wants to get back into the fight, and there's no time wasted.
Well, I can't blame them. I think Fnatic are finally starting to wake up here. They won the last 4 rounds in a row to close out the half. That feels good, obviously. If they can win the pistol here, it's going to be great for them. 2 smokes on the terrorist side here. Second half coming up between Flipside and Fnatic, and setting up for a pretty quick push here. Smoke all the way towards jungle. Another smoke towards the top of the stairs. That's pretty much that angle covered off. Counter flash attempt coming out from Flipside just to try and buy more time, but Fnatic are making their way onto the side. No time wasted. World Edit with a headshot. Crims with a return. And Electronic having a hard time finding a kill. He's going to be going down. Blade with a refrag. Again, it's just tit for tat right now. Finally, Olofmeister going to be able to take down World Edit, and Blade and Markelov. How can they retake this?
Don't peek in a dentist. That's what you want to avoid doing. That man with the USP, he is a terror, and sure enough, they're going to peek up together and Blade! He's indomitable! Still manages to pick up 1 kill, but it's still a man advantage. And Markelov, you got a lot of ground to cover here if you want to win this round for your team. They're playing this perfectly Fnatic. Olofmeister waiting until he commits himself so far into CT. There's no hope, and Fnatic with the quad kill on Olofmeister now will win the pistol round on here on the T side.
And the fact that Markelov and Blade weren't together there is a big problem because Blade had the defuse kit. So as soon as he went down that far back, imagine what Markelov would have to do to sort of, you know, either fight 2 people with no kit or get 1 kill, pick up the kit, then run back. Like, either one is a bad choice. So tie up the scoreline, 8-8. Tactical timeout here for Flipside.
Interesting timing to use a tactical timeout, though. After the pistol, you're going straight into it. Blade not wanting to waste any time whatsoever, just gets right into the thick of things here. And Fnatic, a little bit of a discussion over here, perhaps. This is a chance where Jumpy can also have a quick word with his team.
I mean, if you look at it, the overall sort of situation here, there's a good chance that Flipside are going to lose the next 2 rounds.
Yes.
Which would mean in total they'd lost 7 rounds in a row if you count the last 4 of the first half. So, yeah, if you're Blade, probably thinking, let's just calm everything down. Let's make sure that the team doesn't get too frustrated. We've still got a great, I mean, even if that's true, that'll just make it like, you know, 10-8 or something, and then it's perfectly possible for them to come back and do a good job Flipside. So,
okay, it's not a tactical, it's actually a technical.
Oh, really? Oh, headphone problems.
Or maybe it became a headphone problem after the tactical?
Yeah, I think it turned in, one turned into the other. That'll happen.
Sometimes. I mean, just want to give a quick shout out to Blay. He's not here right now, but our analyst, he's been, or our analyst, an analyst, one of the prevalent analysts, standout analysts for the Asian scene, has actually been doing some of the numbers where teams now, over the past several months at LAN, they just don't seem to lose the second rounds anymore. We're getting up into like the 70-80% win rate. You win the pistol, you win the follow-up. Teams aren't making as many mistakes versus the pistols and anti-ecos anymore. So going into the major, it'll be cool to see. I'm sure Blay is going to be keeping count. It'll be cool to see, you know, if that trend continues to develop, or if we're going to see a shift back over the other way.
I could see it being a bit lower at the major, just because I think people are going to be taking more risks. I mean, we sort of saw that in the first game, right? Robs was having just a lot of really good pistol rounds where he would pick up shots with the P250, right? So I think that stat could go the other way. But yeah, you're right. That would be very interesting to try and keep a hold of. Sound issue for Flipside is what we're waiting for. It's not so bad. I think it's good timing to get it early on in the second half here. There's nothing worse than having tech issues when it's like really like the last stretch of a game and everyone is focused and everyone wants to keep going, right? Exactly. Right now there's like sort of a natural pause in the game anyway, so.
I saw a little bit of a grin there from Flusha.
And Crim's a bit of the Joker towards the end as well.
Well, that is the key with Fnatic.
I just can't get over the fact that his shirt says Novak. It's so ridiculous, isn't it?
He just owns it, man. Ah, okay, I see. They're messing around with the coach.
Man, Flipside. It'd be interesting to see if they have any sort of weird plans here. This is a map I actually think we're playing the sort of the eco round on CT side. It's just very tricky because what do? It's much easier on this map for the T side, especially on the A-bomb side, to scout out if there's a big stack, you know? And, I mean, if you stack B, they're going to be pretty deep in the B-bomb side by the time they realize. But why wouldn't they check A? You know, they can sort of safely get up into connector. Then they can start to sort of peek in and see if anyone is there. And if all you're doing is holding sandwich and jungle in A to try and hide the stack, you're going to get grenaded out anyway. So it's like, I feel like it's pretty hard on Flipside to try and do something here. But instead, they're going to go full armor and pistols and a scout on world edit. So this is a pretty big investment for Flipside in this round. Could come back to haunt them in the 4th round.
Did I misread that, or are we starting to see Olofmeister pull ahead? Well, we can talk about that afterwards here as Fnatic just go exploding onto the B site. No time wasted at all. Waylander still here with the 5-7, but not for long. Flusha runs him down with the MAC-10, and it is going to be Fnatic maintaining that man advantage going onto the B site for the plant.
Taken back by Blade for just a minute. Nice counter grenades coming out from Fnatic as the bomb goes down. They're going to smoke off that side as well. Looks like it's going to be hard for Flipside to make an entrance. They really need a kill right now. Even with the 3-on-3, Electronic goes down, and time for Blade to back off and save this scout. He's going to get one more shot in, but they're chasing him. He's getting a lot of shots in right now. Taking out Crim's close range here. JW still got some health left. He's going to wait to run the other way. Nice job on Blade. 2 kills, saving the scout and that defuse kit. And doing some damage to Fnatic. So it's not a perfect round for Flipside. I think there was even a chance they could have turned that. But,
if Waylander gets the second kill when he's spraying with the 5-7, I think that's the turning point right there.
Yeah, you're right. No, so definitely acceptable though. Fnatic going to be a bit annoyed that they had to give up that many rifles.
I'm kind of curious to see what the ADR is at again, because Olaf, well, he's kind of come alive. He's at 16 kills now, but he seems to have broken the 100 ADR as well. So he's just doing a lot of work, Olofmeister, which is kind of key for Fnatic. It used to be pretty much what got them a lot of those tournament wins. The incredible Olofmeister just rolling in. Another round of eco though for Flipside here. 9-8 lead for Fnatic on the T side. And Flipside, they're going to be counting on World Edit to get something done with that scout, although the P250 works out pretty well. Electronic will find one. Oh, and unfortunately for him, it's not Crim speaking up. Otherwise, he might have picked up 2 kills.
Dennis doing his best here to try and bring it back. Blade actually hit that first headshot. Now Wayland are going to be able to take down Dennis. Unbelievable. 3-on-3 again, and Fnatic low on health. This is starting to get just a bit too uncomfortable if you're on the Swedish side, and they've got 2 people stuck in this corner. It's not a big risk because they know there's not going to be any Molotovs or anything coming in from Flipside, but still, they want to come out with 3 rifles alive here. They don't want to lose anybody else. That's a grenade, almost taking down 2 players. Crim's low from early on, trying to fall back. JW's going to be gone. Markolov with the kill now. The bomb is being defused. Olofmeister coming in from the apartments, getting one and saving the round. It was very close there, but he managed to pull it all the way through, getting 10 rounds for Fnatic, but they lose 4 players in doing so. And now, Flipside, they are going to buy everything they need here. This is so scary right now.
This is far too close for comfort is what it is, Anders. You look at the first half for Flipside, they were just mauling Fnatic, running right through them. Fnatic, they're nearly losing these eco rounds. They're nearly losing these rounds where they should just be building their economy and strolling right on through, worried about the 19th round when Flipside will be able to buy. Instead now, they've tapped their bank. Flipside have finally been able to buy. And this round is worth so much more now. And it looks like it's going to be the time that Fnatic decide. All right, let's apply a little bit more pressure towards the round letter over here.
They are certainly setting up for it, and at least they could do is make a bit of noise, draw someone back from the window. Markov and Waylander are heavily smoked off on this side and waiting. JW and Window going to be boosted in. Dennis goes down. That's a great kill from Blade early on, and did he notice? I don't think he saw JW, so JW could be the linchpin here. Flusher gets the kill on Markov, and here comes JW getting one, turning around, getting the headshot on Blade as well, and now Waylander is in so much trouble, and he's going to go down. A triple kill for the spy infiltrator. JW making his way deep in, and Electronic is going to be left alone. That, if not for that, especially if Blade sees JW go in a window, the round is lost for Fnatic immediately.
Oh, it felt like he had an inkling when he got the kill on Dennis. It felt like he had, maybe it looked like he was going to head over towards jungle and take a look. I think that JW was just able to make it through just a little bit too quick. Are you... You're kind of past the point now where you can afford to keep giving away guns if you're Fnatic. I mean, it is going to be a round of eco, but still, you've only got 2 players surviving now. It means that somebody's going to have to force in the next round. Ideally, you just want to keep those 3 AKs alive.
That round should go in like a playbook somewhere of just to illustrate exactly how much position matters. Like, some of these kills weren't difficult kills for JW to get. He just had to be in the right position every time, and he was. So beautiful. 2 of them were someone with their backs turned.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's the first one where it's like, we're going to get the replay here. It's this first one on World Edit where World Edit, it's just shake your head. You really can't do anything about that. It's Blade who's going to be kicking himself.
Yeah, this beautiful stuff.
That's a sick round. Not even a high five? Not even a high five, Jumpy. Come on, man. JW just unlocked that round for you, and all you're doing is looking actually like a little disapproving. I don't know.
He might just be incredibly focused, I think. He's obviously a bit scared, and he should be. They were really far behind Fnatic, but now with winning this round as well, that's what them winning 8 rounds in a row, Fnatic. 4 in the last half, and then 4 to start off this with. Flipside are starting to look like they're giving it away.
Yeah. The one thing, though, and this is you should be happy about this too, given the fact that you are, the Markov poster boy, is the fact that Flipside actually are one of those teams who always seem to be able to come back into it, right? Like, it could be 14 rounds for Fnatic, and Flipside just never actually say die. They will keep running it back. Some teams roll over, but Flipside aren't one of them.
No, they're definitely mentally quite a strong team. A nice peek. I mean, my real dream, obviously, is that they get put under so much pressure that they say, listen, let's just screw this. Get the AWP on Markov, let's go. It's not the AWP, but it is Deagle, and he's got 1 headshot now. There's fire and enemy players all around. He's going to miss the opportunity there. Electronic did get a kill, but he goes down, and now Markov trapped in the corner. Are they going to fight him or just run for the other bomb side? That makes way more sense, and it's going to be exactly what they do. He will see it. So now, I mean, imagine how hard this is. He has to check so many corners when he's going to that A-bomb side.
He's so pissed right now. He's wondering where the hell his Deagle bullets are going. All those shots and hardly any damage? What is that? And so now, yeah, there's going to be a big split here between Flusha and Crims. Crims' bomb is not planted for Crims, though. That's awkward. And so had Flusha gotten caught here, this would have been a situation where Markov might have been able to get a defuse in. Instead, now, trying to bait a response, anything at all to show.
He doesn't have a diffuse kit, so...
Yeah, why doesn't he just tap it?
Yeah, he should at least have tapped it once. He's going to be exposed to Crims anyway, who picks up a triple. It's good to see from Crims, who had a tough start in the game. He's right back up there with everybody else. 12-8, a 4-round gap has developed. And Flipside, they are back with at least 1 AWP on World Edit. This is the common... We should say this for any new viewers that are tuning in. When we talk about Markov over, it's really just me trolling a little bit.
It's just the memes.
He is... World Edit is their main AWPer, in case anyone is wondering, so...
Yeah, it's just the memes, Anders. We get it. We
just
know.
The memes. 21st round here, although part of it is also serious, but that's just because I have mental problems. We'll see how this works out. World Edit will pick up all of my stuff right off the bat. That's a great way to get started here for Flipside, who have lost, the last 8 rounds in a row. They need to keep up. 2 more.
2 more to get into double digits for Flipside. And now Flusha hoping to get lucky there, not going to find anybody. They have mid control though, Fnatic, so there is that to work with. And you have to wonder just how much Flusha is going to be working towards counting on that palace noise that he just made, because this misdirection, he's just trying to keep him in the dark, keep him guessing. The thing is here for Flipside though is that now they can just sit and wait, it looks like. Minute left, and they do want to figure out, I mean it's only a man advantage here for Flipside. But it seems like they're pretty set right now on 2 towards that B site. Waylander up on the balcony and Markelov backing him up with the 3 on A.
The really big thing here is how deep Crims is in the connector. That's a big problem for Flipside. He can do so much damage here. That Molotov is going to go a bit far for Electronic, and might also give away the fact that Crims is there. The rest are going to come out of the slope. World at it. Caught sleeping in the middle of the bomb site. That's a big problem. Now it's a 4-on-4. Electronic with the spray continuing on and taking down Dennis. Waylander with the kill on Crimson. It's all on JW with 25 seconds left. He's going to go straight for the plant, and Markelov is almost there, but he slows it up just at the last second, buying time for JW to get out. It's not a good plant for him, and is he going to run all the way? What a risk. He's going to go for the next level play. This could be really deep. Are they going to realize already? Markelov close to it. He doesn't have a kit, or now he's picked one up. That's good news. And JW is too far away to stop it. If he had kept going, maybe there would have been a chance. And if Markelov hadn't found that defuse kit, maybe that would have been it. Either way, it is a round for Flipside, in spite of a very weird start.
Well, that was Fnatic, wasn't it? The plant and then the rotate back through pit towards mid, get the guy on short to cover that courtyard. You know, there were Fnatic were very good at coming up with these inspired plays. So JW trying to make a little bit of that old magic come back to life there, but the timing just wasn't with him this time around, unfortunately.
Absolutely lethal spray from Electronic as well.
That was disgusting. I thought he was dead for sure. You're talking about an impossible, like a headshot angle as well that he transfers his spray onto. That's some control. That's muscle memory right there. It's ingrained in his bones.
Putting an end to what was actually an 9-round streak, I think, for the Fnatic team. So it's pretty impressive. And now trying to see if they can get a bit of mid-control here on the Swedish side. It isn't looking too bad.
No, and it seems like aggression is not going to be the answer here as far as Flipside are concerned. Once again, very similar setup to the one that we saw in the last round, in fact. Blade holding in jungle, Waylander up on the balcony towards B. Markelov backing him up from kitchen. Almost identical, and so we'll have to see, can they reproduce it, because it is going to be a B hit this time around. They're going straight up on short. Waylander, should he be able to spot? He should be able to spot them, and then there's the crossfire with Markelov as well. Waylander, though, stepping up 2, just the 1. Gets the headshot, but Markelov is there to trade it back.
That drops the bomb as well, flashes in, and Markelov can't actually capitalize on it. Staying alive by the bench for Solofmeister. It's still a 3-on-3, but a really big deal here is the fact that JW has that AWP. If he can get the bomb down, he can cover almost all the angles on this bomb site. Flipside tactics are not out of the woods yet. They've got a lot of damage on Flusha, and one good grenade here would take him out, but I think JW is the man to look for. He's already got the 1 kill, sees the shoulder, Blade goes down. Olofmeister will pick up that one, and that bomb is ticking right in front. World at it next in line, and Electronic has to back off. Flipside unable to even get close to retaking the bomb site. Fnatic fight their way out. That looked very sketchy. Looked like Flipside could have turned that, but this is a disaster for the CT side.
You have to wonder where, well, I think World Edit is just holding the angle instead of actually using that Molotov. Could have been something to work with. Bomb will blow up that AK towards Electronic, at least he's hoping it will. Yep, there it is, he spots it. What? Oh, he wanted to try and get the op. No luck, no joy. Yes, he just barely gets it. Thank you, producer, for letting us stay on that feed and not just switching to the player cam. Awesome. All right, that was a save. I thought he was just going to go for the AK and call it a day, but World Edit dying in kitchen. What a play from Electronic. There's hope.
Is it going to be the hero AWP? Will it be the one to save it for Flipside, who admittedly, they're right at the edge. They're about to be pushed off the cliff somewhere. This isn't looking good at all. It's a great first half for them, getting 8 rounds and everything. Second half here, they've only got the 1 round, and again, Fnatic speeding it up. Markelov immediately down. Electronic and Waylander coming back with a couple of kills. Electronic with the AWP still hiding all the way over there, but he's about to get closed in. Olofmeister's coming in from the other side. How does he get out alive here? He's got a bit of backup, but World Edit is down now. It's Blade on the side with a USP. Oh, what? Electronic gets the kill on Olofmeister. And now a lot of trouble for JW. That's almost unbelievable. Electronic finally down and out now, out in the open. JW with a headshot to clutch the round and bring Fnatic to 14. Man, the action is... It's just out of control at this point. You could see Olofmeister was just skipping around the corner thinking, this is great, I'm going to reconnect. Oh, wow.
Wait, somebody is here, actually here. But more importantly, I'm just thinking about Electronic. Okay, so he hits this shot. So it seems like that wasn't communicated over effectively for Olofmeister, obviously. He had no idea that Electronic was playing from here. But afterwards, for Electronic to just commit to the fight without the bomb even attempted to be, like, it wasn't even close to getting planted there. I don't know. Interesting decisions. And Flipside missing out on a chance for the hero AWP to shine forth and bring them into the double digits realm. Instead, it's 14-9.
I mean, it's not like Fnatic didn't give away a bunch of rounds in the first half as well, so maybe they're just making up for it here by winning a couple of clutch ones. And the problem with Flipside is they're about to lose this map. Fnatic setting up for a fairly common A execute. I like the fact that Flusher's all the way up in Delpan. He's not actually top mid. Well, say that now he's falling back, but that could have been a great position actually. A lot of noise being made. Olofmeister and JW to open up and just run and gun with the AK-47. Why don't you? Waylander and Markelov, no chance to retake here, but they should save it. I know it sounds horrible because you're giving them match point, but at the same time, it isn't worth it.
No, you do save it at this point. It's all you've got to work with. And Olofmeister knows that, of course, and it's well worth him sacrificing himself here to see if he can take one of those rifles off of him. Fnatic, they have a little bit of money to work with here in the bank, and so Waylander, we'll see. Just lets JW go a stomping by. Problem is they've left 2 players on the site. Waylander, are you actually thinking about trying to get a ninja going here?
Oh, well, he's going to have to turn around. Doesn't realize Flusher's there. He was also about to be shot in the back, so chaos all over the map right now. I can't believe this. I mean, this is quite impressive. And you think about now, when you think about those clutches from Flipside or some of those turnarounds they had in the first half, where it was 2 versus 4 against Fnatic and they still won it, and yet they're about to lose the game. So if you get given that many chances, I would say Fnatic gave away a lot of chances of Flipside to actually win this game, and you still can't turn it. That's maybe not a good sign if you're Flipside. Like, you're in a best of 1, that's all you need. It should be all you need.
Well, Flipside Anders are like the kings of the slow grind, right? Towards the late stage of the group. You know, so they're going to start, if they lose this game, they'll go up against somebody else who's lost 0-1. And then I would start really putting them ahead. I'd put them in favor, right, where they can start beating out those teams. It's going to come down to the final day, I think, for Flipside, however awkward or uncomfortable that sounds.
It does seem like that is their trend, at least from what little we've seen. Connector control established for Flipside, but do they want to fight for middle as well? Some shots ringing out with a UMP, and this is all they have. AK-47, 2 UMPs, 1 FAMAS and 1 P250 on Blade. So you can understand why he wants to be close in case anyone is going to come fight him here. Fnatic playing just a great map of Counter-Strike right now. In spite of a lot of mistakes early on, they managed to turn it around. I always think of that as a positive sign. So under a minute left right now.
Yeah, I'm impressed with how slow Fnatic are taking this. Not willing to risk anything. Measured, although as I say that, Olofmeister gets caught by Waylander in the apartments. Oh, right through the smoke. Dennis reacts in time. Not going to get sprayed down for free. He's down at 27, but he brings it back to a 4-on-4 at least, and that sets it up for the rest of his team. But 35 seconds, you're starting to run out you're starting to run out of time here if you're Fnatic.
Oh, and Waylander, he had the deep push into B apartments. He could have had that kill on JW, but he actually loses to a USP headshot at close range. Now they're making the rotation back towards the A side. That's a huge kill on Dennis. Now that means the main part of this attack is not going to have any distraction at all. They just have to win aim fights now, Fnatic. They need to close out this game right now. Don't let Flipside get back into it at all. Crim's in a bit of a dodgy position, trying to play around the triple box, getting into CT spawn and spraying in against Electronic. Not going to work out. Electronic with another headshot coming in, making it a double kill for him in the round, and an overall 23 kills. Very well done. Tied with JW on the other team. 15-10. And Flipside managed to stay alive a bit longer.
They made it to double digits in the end. They did.
They did.
Now we don't see a force out of... No, we don't see a force. We see a half-buy coming in here from Fnatic. That would be sheer insanity. if they were to actually go for that. It's not 2014 anymore. I like to see it. I like to see this here from Fnatic, measured, balancing out the economy. And so let's go. Let's see what's actually going to happen here for the Swedes, because they want to go for that explosive round onto the B site, and up close with Tech 9s, anything is possible. Olofmeister has done a little bit of tickling damage here over to World Edit on Underpass. Or he tickled him, you know?
I don't know what kind of tickling you're into, Samler, but I'll try and remember next time I get the opportunity. I'll politely decline. No tickling, please.
What happens at the after parties?
Sometimes stays at the after parties. Sometimes
follows you back to the hotel.
Sometimes it follows you back to the hotel. Yes. Yeah, we'll just leave that for a minute before we edge into territory that we can't ever recover from. Oh, it's a beautiful shot from Dennis. You love to see it now, pushing in with the Deagle. If Blade hadn't interrupted that, you wonder what would have been the outcome. World Edit going to be taking out Olofmeister as well. 4 versus 3, and starting to look a bit grim for Fnatic in this round. Still, you're given such hope when Dennis is on point, but he's one of those Deagle players that can really do a lot of damage.
It was really, yeah, and look at Blade, he survives on 1 HP, so you really know at this point, well, it wasn't meant to be Fnatic. Although World Edit continues to challenge, Waylander will eventually find it. Again, I'm not it's just not a fan of Oppers taking kills in anti-ecos. Just let the rifles do the work. $300, $600 can make the difference for you in the next round. But that's just me nitpicking.
It's all right. That's it's true. I mean, if you want to maximize everything you can.
There is a next level, right? Exactly. If you're playing to to maximize everything, right?
I guess in this particular example, it's the one where it matters less, just because they're 15 rounds on Fnatic, so they're not going to need the money anymore. Well, on flip side, let's see. Fnatic looking to see if they can do something here. Smoke is up in the window, and looks like they're going to be very fast indeed. Right in through the connector. Blade having a hard attack, and he ends up going down as well with the assistance of Crims and that Tech 9. It's still a 3-on-2, but with the health left on Crims, you have to imagine this shouldn't be much of a problem for Flipside to close out the round. They will get the bomb plant for Fnatic. That's big news.
Oh, he had the chance. If only he'd have scoped Crims. One. Not going to get the follow-up, however. I highly doubt it. The smoke is going to go off the block him in connector as well. And once they realize where that bomb has been planted here, Crims should have the angle despite the smoke. And sure enough, he's going to try, but it's not going to be good enough.
There was a chance. There was definitely a chance.
Had Waylander stood right, because you saw how Waylander was way off to the left, trying to open that angle as much as possible. Had he stood on top of the bomb or to the right of it, Crims had that shot, right? So Crims wasn't too far off. Because Waylander was one step ahead, man. Waylander was just one step ahead.
Almost up to 600,000 viewers in the first couple of games. I think that's a good job on the community. Nice to see people tuning in. Definitely get all of your friends involved. Remember, the algorithm for drops works this way, that the more people watching, the higher the drop rate becomes. So you have an incentive to lure your friends in, get them to watch as well. That's how it works. 28th round, we've got 3 men pushing top mid for Fnatic, while the rest are sort of lingering over on the A side. The bomb's still in CT or in T-spawn. That's always a big indication that they're just looking for openings. Establish a bit of map control and wait to see what Flipside do. JW's actually moving up. This is a big position for him to hold. If he could just stay here.
Yeah, this is all he needs to do, actually. Hold towards jungle. And sure enough, there was the jiggle peek! Blade is so sharp. He's not going to fall for any of that, although Electronic will walk right into it. JW not going to miss that shot.
My God.
A monster.
Bomb is being brought back. I mean, this is very uncomfortable for Flipside. I don't know why Electronic... I mean, I don't mind that he peeked it. I just don't know why he didn't win that fight. It's kind of a tricky shot to hit if you're JW. And all that showing from Electronic's point of view is also just your face, so should have been a big chance there. JW being a real menace right now. He's actually controlling almost all of this A bomb site just by being here. They can't move. I mean, you see Blade is in a really weird position, and now the rush is going to come in. Blade goes down, and JW advancing further. This is great positional play from him. Finally, World that he gets a kill, but JW is there for the double, and Wayland the last to go down. 16-12 as Fnatic take out Flipside in their first map of the major tournament.